Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, we got a really fun episode. Tonight we're going to be reviewing Flash 782. Alright? Uh, and yeah, I don't want to give my thoughts too much yet. Now, before we get dived right into the issue, I do want to let you guys know about my 200 subscriber giveaway. And when we hit 200 subscribers, we're going to be giving this book away. It's the Joker #1, Mark Brooks variant cover. And all you have to do is like, comment on the video, and be subscribed to the channel, and that's going to give you a chance to win. And when we hit 200 subscribers, we're going to be raffling away the book. And the winner's also going to get a cbcs sticker, which is the Comic Book Community Awards. And that's kind of like the Oscars for YouTube personalities like myself, and a comic book channel that's much bigger than me is going to win that. But hey, I'm trying to support them and spread the word, so you guys should check that out over on Brian LCS's channel. Now let's get dived right on in here to the issue. And as always, we have a couple things to cover first. First, I want to let you know that we're going to be going heavy into spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled for Flash 782, that's your warning. The next thing that we always do is we go ahead and shout out the creative team, because without the creative team, guys, we wouldn't have a comic book to read. All right. So first off, we have Jeremy Adams is the writer. We have Fernando Pasarin and Matt Ryan are the artists. We have Jeremy Cox and Peter Pantazis are the doing colors, and Rob Lay is doing the letters. All right, now let's get started with this issue here. And to start, we show Linda, and she's tapping on her keyboard, and all of a sudden she starts to tap really fast with flash powers, and then says to herself, "Linda, you just wrote a chapter in 10 seconds. Eat your heart out, Stephen King." The kids come running in. "Mommy, Mommy." And she says, "Hey, what did I tell you about bursting in here?" And the daughter, she says, "Sorry, are you still writing your smoochy book?" And Linda says, "Yes, I am. And I was doing pretty good there before my two minions decided to come in and crash the party. What's going on?" And they jump on the bed, and the son says, "We're so bored. When does Dad get home? He said he'd take us out to practice our powers." And the daughter says, "What if he's in trouble? Jai, you could teleport us." And Linda says, "No more teleporting to Dad. I tell you what, I need a break. What do you two think about some ice cream?" And the first time I read this, I audibly laughed at this. They both jump up off of her bed, cheering, and go, "Ice cream, ice cream." And the daughter, she says, "But Mom, what if Dad really does need our help?" And Linda says, "Irie, you worry too much. He's with your Uncle Wallace. He's got all the help he needs." And then we show Flash and Kid Flash are fighting with this big metal bad guy. And I'll show you this one. Flash says to Kid Flash, "Hey, a little help over here?" And they're fighting this big metal guy. And Flash kicks him in the face, and he goes, "Arr!" And Flash goes, "Sorry?" And Kid Flash says, "Come on, think." And Flash kicks him in the face, kicks the bad guy in the face again. The bad guy picks Flash up and throws him into Kid Flash. He lands on top of Kid Flash. And Kid Flash says, "I wonder if Superman needs a sidekick. Or maybe Wonder Woman?" And Flash says, "Come on, Ace, we got this." Kid Flash says, "From the weight of your body crushing mine, we most decidedly do not got this." And Flash says, "I have an idea. What do you know about magnets?" And so they end up using their flash power, or Flash uses his flash power to magnetize the guy made of metal. And so basically, all the stuff, including cars and everything, come crashing into him, and he's stuck there, and he's like, "Get me out of here!" And Kid Flash says, "What now?" And Flash says, "Now we haul him back to where he belongs and figure out how he got here in the first place." Kid Flash says, "But how?" And Flash says, "I don't know. I had the last idea. It's your turn." Kid Flash says, "My turn? Can you outrun a magnet?" And so then we jump back to Flash's and Linda's kids, and they're playing soccer, and the daughter uses her speed powers to kick the soccer ball and make a goal past the son, and he says, "I thought we weren't supposed to use our powers." And she said, "I never said that. Mom said that." And so he's like, "Fine, since you used yours, I guess I can use mine." And so he kicks the ball really hard. She goes and running to get it, ends up running into the street, but catches the ball where a car almost hits her. And Linda uses her flash powers to like save the daughter. And the son's like, "Mom?" And Linda's like, "Okay, yeah, we should probably talk." And then we go back to Flash and Kid Flash, and he's running really fast to Iron Heights Penitentiary. Shows up, and he's Flash is. I'm just gonna show you guys. Flash has strapped a giant magnet to his back and is using it to drag the metal bad guy to jail. And the guy's like, "Slow down!" And so Kid Flash says, like, "I took some talking, but they've opened his cell, just follow me." And Flash says, "Great work, kid. Hear that? Back there, you're almost home." So he keeps running all the way there, throws him in the jail. They're like, "Awesome, high five." And the guy's like, "How do I get this off?" And this guy comes walking in. He goes, "Bravo, gentlemen. Gregory Wolf, warden here at Iron Heights Penitentiary." And Flash says, "Flash, that's Kid Flash, but I'm guessing you know that." And Gregory Wolf says, "Indeed." And the metal bad guy, he can't get the stuff off of his head. And Wolf says, "I'm assuming whatever you did to him will wear off, right?" And Flash says, "Yeah, of course. Eventually." And so then the warden like basically says, "Thanks for finding him," and kind of shoos them along, and is like, "I've got to get back to work." And so Flash is like, "That's kind of strange." And Kid Flash is like, "I guess I'll head back to the academy." And Flash says, "What, before we solve the case?" Kid Flash says, "Case? What case?" And Flash says, "The most sophisticated person in the world, and a giant guy made out of iron escaped, which no one's reported, not to mention that the warden just practically pushed us out of here as fast as possible. That case." And Kid Flash says, "I have a serious question." Flash says, "Shoot." Kid Flash says, "How did you ever get Linda? Like, you're super weird." Flash says, "I wonder about that every day. Come on." And so he takes off super fast Flash speed, and Kid Flash says, so weird." And then, so they're like at their day jobs, and Flash has apparently got the nickname The Flame. And yeah, him and Kid Flash are kind of hanging out, but he ends up, using the fact that they work there to access the Terrific Tech servers, to try to find out some more information on this case. Kid Flash is like, "Move aside, Grandpa." And Flash says, "Terrific Tech was contracted for some of the construction of Iron Heights. See if you can find, I don't know, a blueprint or something." And Kid Flash says, "Yeah, here's one. I'll send it to your... Tell me you aren't thinking about what I think you're thinking about." And Flash says, "If you think I'm thinking about thinking that we should break into Iron Heights Penitentiary, then actually that is what you were thinking I was thinking about. And Kid Flash says, Wally, we could get in big trouble. Flash says, only if they find us. To the Speed Lab, because that's where I work. And this other guy that I haven't met before, he says, how did that guy ever land Linda Park? I think he just works there. And Kid Flash is like, right? And Flash says, Ace, let's go. And then Mr. Wolf says, you had one job and yet you failed to do it. Just talking to the metal guy. And he says, we let you out. We told you that if you did what we asked, we'd reduce your sentence. And then what? You decided to rob a bank? Do you know what you've done? You've compromised everything. What were you thinking? And the metal guy, he says, how could I know you'd keep up your end? I'd figured I'd get some cash, disappear in South America. Think I know heroes down there. I could do pretty well. And Wolf says, maybe you could have, but now you're never getting out of here. The metal guy says, I'll get out, Wolf, someday, and when I do, I'll tell the whole world what I know. And Wolf says, no, I think you will not. And so then we go back to Kid Flash and Flash, and they've shown up at Flash's, like, Flash compound, and he's been putting together a Flashmobile out of a 67 custom black and red Camaro, and then and he shows that, and like Kid Flash is like, why are we here again? And Flash says, because this is where I keep the extra suits. Kid Flash says, suits? And Flash goes, stealth suits, and shows him these black suits. And so they get in these black suits, and they go ahead and start breaking into the jail that Wolf is running. And they break in and they find this vote for Wolf for mayor, all this Wolf for mayor. And they're like, he's running for mayor? And Flash says, I guess so, weird, but it might give us a clue as to what he's up to. Come on, let's get out of here before we're spotted. And so they start running, they get out of there. And as they're running out, they notice they're running past where the metal guy was, and he is no longer. And at least it looks that way. And Kid Flash says, is he? And Flash says, I don't know, the real question is how. And so some lasers start firing at him, and they just take off and run. It's like, where to? Back to the air vent. And then there's like machines blocking the air vent with lasers. And so he's like, or not? How good can you phase? And Kid Flash says, a couple feet, maybe more. And Flash says, make sure it's more. We have to go through that wall. And so they phase run through this wall. And Flash tells him to keep vibrating. And so when he gets through, he can't stop vibrating. And Flash is like, take a breath. Just relax. And we're alive. That's got to count for something. Come on, we need to get away from here before they figure out why we're snooping around. And then you see that Wolf and his hired help person have actually seen that Flash was there. And then back at Flash's house, Kid Flash says, first Girder breaks out of prison. We send him back, and then he ends up crushed like some sort of recycled trash. And Flash says, all the while the warden decides to run for mayor. And Kid Flash says, any ideas? Flash says, nope, but I can hardly remember my name on an empty stomach. Come inside, we'll brainstorm with Linda over dinner. She's smarter than both of us anyways. I bet she knows exactly what's going on. Hey, hon, is it okay if Ace stays for dinner? I was thinking of ordering Korean barbecue. And Linda says, of course. And Wally says, Linda, are you okay? And the daughter says, "Mom, you have to tell Dad." And Wally says, "Tell Dad what?" And Linda says, "Wally, I..." And at the same time, Flash's phone starts ringing, right? And so he pulls it from his pocket and he goes, "Yo, DC, back from Gym World? No? Did you check?" Yeah, I get that. Your name is Detective Chimp. Sure, I'll be right there." He says, "Linda, can we talk when I get back? Detective Chimp needs my help. Something about the Justice League." Linda says, "Sure, Wally." And Wally says, "Ace, fill Linda in on what's going on. Kids, I'll see you later." And the daughter says, "Mom, you didn't tell Dad about your powers." And Kid Flash says, "What powers?" And then the bottom says, "Next, the search for Barry Allen, a Dark Crisis tie-in." If you refer back to my Dark Crisis review, like I was saying, I was like, if they tie it in, it's actually gonna kind of be even more emotionally impactful, right, guys? Man, I was like really enjoying this issue too, and it started off so lighthearted. I was having a great time with it. I give it a thumbs up. Because you gotta have drama too. It can't always be fun. But man, that the end there, to see them, um, to know that he leaves and does not make it out of that battle alive, at least for the foreseeable future. Kind of curious what they're gonna do too. Is Linda gonna put the be Flash, or I don't know. I don't know, guys. Feel free to speculate in the comments below. Yeah, I mean, because I'm just jumping onto this. So, but I give it a thumbs up. It was a really great read. I laughed out loud at least two, maybe even three times, like throughout the issue as I was reading it. They were just cleverly written jokes, and really kind of endeared me to Wally West's character. I love Adam's writing. He's got a really good feel for Wally West, and writes in his voice, and that's really cool. And I'm not sure. I think there was two different art teams on the book, and I mean, I'm sure you could go back in, and if you looked really hard, you could figure out that where the book switched to the other art team. But I personally wasn't drawn out of the story at any point and didn't overtly notice a change in the art team. So props to the art team too for I guess like maintaining the DC style is probably, you know what I'm saying, like being really good artists and being able to complement each other and use the DC style so that their art would meld together in the same book. So yeah, definitely give it a thumbs up. Yeah, if you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, remember that'll give you a chance too to win the Joker #1. And if you guys do like this kind of content, hey, click the link below and shop on my eBay store, and I'll send you some comic books. Alright, guys. We'll see you later, and have a great day.